got the most rock hard cock on the block. Yeah, smoking on a rock, on a crack, smoking on crack, in the back with a black.
Whoa,
burping.
This is with a black girl.
You're talking. Oh, you could have said black and mild, and then that would have been.
I'm hanging out with a black and mild.
You can't say a black man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, but like people say a Mexican. You know, it's the same thing.
You know what? You're right.
It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I stand corrected.
When you say black or white, it sounds weird. But like if you said, I'm hanging out with an Asian.
It's the same thing with a Jew. But no, that's just what.
Yeah, saying a Jew sounds more. It sounds worse.
Well,
than
no,
saying
because
Jewish
literally,
person.
yeah, the Jew is the slur.
You know what it is? It's because Jews are historically very racist against. It's like when you accidentally step off the stair too soon or whatever. It's that kind of thing. You think you're being racist for a split second. You're like, I mean a Jewish American.
Bro, anytime somebody says African American, I'm like, oh, that person's a Nazi. Like, oh yeah, we have several African American employees at our company. I'm like, you're Hitler.
Day 93 under the dome. With necessities growing dangerously low, who knows what spark will set off this powder keg? I can't take another minute in the stove!
First of its kind, the first dome.
This was supposed to be a Patreon pod. Then we decided it was going to be the main. Because we were going to take Christmas off, but we're here. We got our boy Terry here in the house.
What's up?
Hi, Terry. Terryaki,
the
greatest rapper of all time.
If you're listening to this right now, Lunch Break by me and Terryaki is out.
Lunch break.
Fucking,
it's out there.
It's good. I've heard it.
Shot by Bubba.
I kind of also sort of should have some writing credits on that. I think it's kind of.
You did do the lunch break line.
What can I say? I'm a lyrical genius.
I couldn't even give Terry writing credits because I don't know his full government.
For the real fans, we're coming fresh off of the pod we just did with the Two Tone Twins. You might have just listened to them last week.
And if you haven't, stop this and go.
I'm doing
listen
some
to that.
mental time gymnastics right now.
It's
I'm trying
hard.
to talk to people in the future. So what? It's a Wednesday, so it is 2 days after Christmas. So it is not a. This isn't the Christmas episode, but we're still in the
I might have quit
season.
my job by now.
Whoa.
I might be unemployed at this point.
Well, changes have been made.
Yeah, dude. I mean, whatever. Fuck it.
It sounds like the job sucks, but I think
no, the job is fine. It's the top dude sucks.
But to what I was gonna say is that's the jobs suck because you have to answer to someone.
Yeah,
I think for the most part, I feel like if you were just what does Spectrum sell? Internet.
Yeah,
if you were just selling internet on your own free will, that would probably be a pretty chill job. But it's the fact that at the end of the day, you'd be like, I sold this many internets. To this guy,
or I didn't, and here's why.
Yeah,
and it's because I'm lazy or whatever. It's just it's not normal. But at the end of the day, I had to do something, and this place is the only place that would really hire me based on my experience. And I'm just dude. I
remember this one time in Grand Rapids. This might have been 7 years ago. David was looking for a job, and he was like, yo, I'll go to the Middle Eastern restaurant and get a job there because I'm an Arab dude. They'll hire me. And at the time, he had a much less groomed beard.
It was like down to here.
And one of the reasons they didn't hire him was because of his beard and how he I'm not going to put words in their mouth, but that he looked like a terrorist.
The guy also said that the beard would get in the food.
But
just say that.
No. That was his underlying thought process, though. Is our white customers are going to see you and they're going to be like, "This is Osama bin Laden." a million percent. That was how David framed it for me.
That's probably how
he retold the story to me. But now he wants to be like, "Oh, it's because the beard would get in the food," and actually, Alex is a racist.
No. He also said that it is funnier to think that the dude was racist towards his own people and that he didn't employ a fellow Arab man.
We're going American flag shopping.
Oh yeah, dude. I was unemployed. You know Heems from Das Racist?
Yeah.
Dude, that fucking song.
He's got a whole song about being Arab in New York after 9/11. Yo, they had to go American flag shopping to know that they were not hopping on the Taliban bandwagon, and they were not gonna destroy their country, man.
Yo, I got a flag at the front of the property that I own. It's not my home, it's a business that I work at, and it's not bad, except after 2/11 it was bad.
We're not gonna take it.
No.
Black fist in the air. No, I'm not racist, but let's go ahead and get all the races together and run the lap like racing.
I'm a twisted sister, and we just had some twisted sisters on the podcast, my mister. And they were great, yo. You don't want to miss them. You should go listen to the episode, you bitch cunt.
Yo, 2 twisted sisters getting twisted. Yeah, check the pot I pissed in. Yeah, go Pistons, Detroit. Yeah, I'm smoking doinks.
Smoking joints with the 2 tones, and I make points, and I got 2 phones, and
It's
yeah.
like I want this to be a Patreon because I want to just talk freely about the episode that we just had.
Let's just talk freely and keep it the main at the end of the day. I will say this. We were planning on not having a main episode for the Christmas, just for a week.
Yeah,
You know, the
Christmas
Two Tone
break.
Twins episode is our Christmas episode. This is spur of the moment. So and we're drunk.
Exactly.
So this is not something
There's
that
been a lot of drinking, definitely.
You would have not got an episode, and instead you're getting this episode.
It's a podcast of circumstance. And that being said, there might not be any clips from this episode. I might be chilling.
might
You know
not.
what I mean?
Nah, it's not fair to Terry, dude. I want to give Terry a clip or two.
If there's something good.
All right, just send it on the
Do
low.
something funny, Terry, so we can clip
right,
it.
and go. Oh, Jesus
Ha ha ha!
Christ.
Laugh track. Is there a laugh track? Actually, that's the straightest thing you could have done.
Sorry, I meant to press the laugh track one.
There's a laugh track.
No, I don't have a laugh
Exactly,
track
that's what
one.
I'm saying.
What would work there?
The ding 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 works.
Dingling.
Press something for Christ's sake. What about the drinkers one?
There was a lot of drinking, and
yeah.
also, dude, that bottle was fucking. The amount of alcohol.
No, yeah.
that was consumed.
So there was a dude in the peanut gallery, Christian, I believe his name was. Cool dude. I'm not gonna, but he was. There was a point where he was waterfalling straight from the
Yeah.
bottle, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
That's-
I was
tequila is.
No, and it's brown. Like brown is not better than clear. Clear is better than brown.
But I love the brown tequila. I love tequila in general. But
I
tequila,
never,
when I get Casamigos, I get the reposado.
bro. I haven't drank reposado in I don't know how long. I don't know when I've never consciously drank reposado.
Well, I don't even. What's the difference? Is one made from agave and one
Well, okay, so
made from something else?
reposado means like rested or something like that.
Yeah.
Reposar is like a hostel or like
More like arrested.
it's something about resting. So the alcohol must have sat.
Yes.
Whereas the tequila is like fresh off the fucking filter or something like that. It's got to be it. One of us could Google it. Okay, I'll Google it. Fine. You fucking
Well, I'm just
bitches.
I'm gonna do it based on just what I'm whitely assuming the word means. Reposado. So it's a repository, right?
Okay,
Is
there
that
we
what,
go.
I think that's pretty accurate if I'm getting my Latin correct here.
I think so.
Something about repository. Reposado. So they probably make it in some kind of repository. I bet it has to do with the process used to make the tequila. They make it in a thing,
Right.
and it's called the repository, and so it's called reposado.
Oh, the time that the tequila spends aging in barrel is what determines whether it will be blanco, which is unaged, a reposado, which is aged up to a year.
And one could argue that a barrel is a repository.
That's what we
Yeah.
just said, right? That it's just how long it rests.
In that, yeah. So
We got it.
I've also is repository a word?
Suppository.
No, but repository. I'm pretty sure. Suppository is a pill you put in your butt.
My
I
favorite
don't drink
pill.
pills. I
Ew.
put pills in my butt. Repository. Okay, it's a word. It's a word, and it means a place, building, or receptacle where things are or may be stored. Okay, so a barrel is a reposado. Okay, we got to the bottom of the
we got
reposado.
to- we
Thank
got
Christ.
to the bottom of the barrel.
This is a pathology podcast, folks.
I fucked up because the week that D-Lou was here, I shut off all the lights thinking that it would be bright enough, and then the flash was off. And then this week I thought, oh, D-Lou's was too darks. Let me turn on the lights. And then theirs is pretty bright. So it's like,
Yo, And what makes it worse is I was like, first, let me turn the lights away. We can take them off because lights are gay, and we don't need to have the lights on to them because it's too bright on the skin. But you were like, nah, let's leave the lights on, and also I'm gonna leave the flash on.
It's my fault, but I didn't know that the flash could be turned on or off, bro. Or I did know, but I thought that more light is better. I've been hanging out outside and it's cold, so I'm wearing a sweater.
I'm wearing a sweater. I'm starting to sweat, sir.
Shit.
You already know that I like her, but I won't sweat her.
No way.
I'm not gonna tell her my feelings. I'm coming off the ceiling. I'm about to bring it out of my pocket. I'm gonna unconceal it.
We'll take a better photo next time.
Yes.
Honestly, yo, we always grow with each podcast. That's the whole point of the show. Yo, you already know. I'm here with my bros.
You know a podcast has gone well when at the end of it the guest is like, next time we're doing this, this, and this.
Voluntarily
Yeah,
being
exactly,
like, we want to come back.
No,
That's a good feeling for
It's
sure.
funny because this feeling before the podcast exists in you when you're going to have a guest that you've never met before, where you think, oh, it could go terribly wrong and they could walk out, because that's happened before. And you don't know that it's going to go super well. So you have this uneasy feeling where you're like, fuck, this might just go okay. It might go horrible.
Right.
And that like variable is what creates that anxiety. And then after you do it and it goes well, it's like the biggest feeling of relief. And I'm sure you understand this, Terry, when you perform somewhere and there's a bunch of people and it goes well and they fuck with the music, that feeling that you have after you're done is like, I'm the fucking man, dog.
Yeah.
And also, if you've had a few, that's even better.
Yeah, Alex has been a witness to just like two people being there, and I just still,
I mean, you killed it, bro. At the end of the day,
yeah.
It doesn't matter how many people are there.
I love performing. I love doing it. Even if there's nobody there.
Also, being pissed.
I thought that maybe Dave, because we've had some no shows for sure, but
at a bowling alley.
Technically, Terry's was worse that one time. Like, I was literally the guy.
You were the only guy.
I was the only person.
Well,
I was gonna like crowd surf, but I was like, I don't want to hear it. It wouldn't go too well.
That would have been more like that would have been a belly flop.
A belly flop.
No, dude, I think you also learn to roll with the punches, and you learn to lower your expectations, because that shit can happen to anybody at any time. When we went to that bowling alley in fucking Muskegon, Michigan or whatever.
There were, different bowling alley. We performed at multiple bowling alleys.
So this bowling alley is the one that I have the memory of that went the worst. And I was being a bitch because realistically, there was still like 4 dudes in the crowd they were the crowd. There were 4 dudes that had fun and that even spoke to us after the event. They were like, hey,
we were easily the most popular event at the bowling alley.
There was like,
And we were opening for a guy who apparently had local clout. Like, he had a video on YouTube that had like 3 million views. But at the end of the day, like, he performed last. So he performed for the people that performed before him. Pretty much all of the audience had left except for his fans. So we ended up getting like his fans and the the people who were willing to stick around.
But I just remember being salty after the fact, because I was like, damn, we came out here, we put in all this work, we're like better than this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit that you have a negative mindset behind when you're younger, and you don't really realize that you're nobody and that you're on the come up. You know what I'm saying? You have to. That's the best way to make it far is to not have expectations.
It's funny because I swear, like, you had the correct mindset. You should have been feeling bad in that moment, but like I didn't. And there was one of those things where like, all right, we're here, let's just do the thing. You know what I mean?
I care too much and you care too little.
Right. That's why we're a good pair. We meet in the middle with our because I feel like I almost have an unrealistic amount of artistic integrity, and I'm not trying to say that as like a humble brag thing.
No, it's debilitating.
It's a detriment to where and I think I need someone to level me out there. This is some drunk talk.
No, it's fine, dude. Like,
drunk talk.
they want to see us be ourselves for fucking 2 seconds, and not just trying to be funny. Whatever.
And
It was a joke, folks. I actually don't respect David at all.
I'm just the black guy that comes in and has fun with.
We
the
need
guys.
you.
We need you to give us credibility in the streets.
Right.
At the end of the day, you know,
Especially because the Two-Tone Twins were already here and they were, using certain language, but they had somebody to vouch for them, and then we were like, oh yeah, look, we got one too.
rough.
Yo,
You ain't black.
we're talking about being a black man. It's okay, all good on the backhand.
You ain't
When
black.
I give you a high five or a dap, man, it's all good, cause I'm a good black man.
Yeah, it's the best. I got my friends, and they happen to be of the blackness. Yeah, and it's something that gives me sweet rest at night when I'm like, yo, I vouch for him.
I vouch for him. Yo, I'm at Anthony Fauci's place getting a jab. Yeah, that's just how it is. What rhymes with vouch? Yo, I'm on the couch, bro, and I open my mouth.
Now I'll never slouch. You already know that I got a lot of weed in my pouch. I guess that's what black guys do. They roll up a lot of that skunk food.
Yo, slouching out in Austin, Texas. Yeah, I've been spousing myself up with some girls who take big gulps in their butts.
Big gulps in their butt.
I said gulps
Anal
in their
drinks.
butts.
Anal drinks.
Gulps?
I was
I
trying to
heard
make
you
it
get-
rhyme, my guy.
You get drunker if alcohol is entered.
Yes.
No, I've heard of that.
Yes,
And that
100%.
people will do beer bongs into their butthole. This is another insane way to consume alcohol that I've seen on YouTube.
Intravenously?
No. You vaporize it.
Oh, I've heard that too. I've heard that too.
Vaporizing
Yeah,
alcohol?
yeah.
Straight to the face, my guy.
This is like, so they'll basically, they'll take their vodka, they'll put it in a 2-liter, and then there's something that they can like screw onto the top and then press something that like vaporizes, like it shoots like CO2 into the bottle or something.
It's very common amongst actors because it has less calories that way.
I'm not really sure how it works, but also apparently I think you might be right, David.
I'm just saying because if you vaporize it, there's definitely less calories.
Yeah, and it also doesn't last as long.
Imagine a vape for alcohol though. Like,
When it probably doesn't dehydrate you the same way that consuming it like through your digestive system does.
What's funny is
Let me hit your vape now that we're talking about it. Can I?
the
Thank you.
fucking video that I watched
That's
was
crazy.
it's this guy that like he's like the hat all the way behind the head type of white guy. You know what I'm talking
Oof.
about? And he was vaping alcohol, of course. But
those
I
are
wonder if I
the,
can
those are the
find
people that
this.
vape alcohol is
Yeah.
goofy white dudes.
But I swear he's like kind of famous on YouTube, but I could be wrong. I think he like
Vaping
eats food
alcohol? What the
on YouTube. Like he eats like spicy shit on
like
YouTube.
he has millions of views.
Yeah.
The man, dude.
And
I
there
think
was
I know who it is.
a point where he was vaping alcohol, which was kind of sick.
Is
but
it PewDiePie?
no, it's some guy. He looks like a jock almost. But
Is the beard like down to here?
no, you're thinking of Man versus
Oh yeah,
Food.
that's my guy, dude.
Which I would argue that this dude is a little more charismatic. Man versus Food, the only thing that guy has going for him is the fact that he can eat a lot of food and his accent.
Is there some-
He's got a Scottish accent.
What do
which
you guys
kicks
think
ass.
about this? I could make some content of me eating food fast. What do you guys think about
No,
that?
dude, you're trying to lose weight.
Right,
bro.
but like I could still eat less calories quickly.
How about you eating like paper?
Well, here's
Like
the
do
thing.
it like shoe knives.
You know how whenever sometimes we like get food together and then you'll sit down to eat yours and mine's already gone. Like I feel like there's something interesting about
only because you ate it on the road.
no.
Ride
But
home.
a lot of times we sit down to eat at the same time and my food will just be gone immediately and you will just like be putting
And I can't help but say something about it too. I'll be
because
like,
it's
wow,
because
David,
it's that impressive.
you must have been hungry.
Because it's impressive. So I feel like I could eat quickly on camera and it might be interesting. And then the next video is just me rapping about my lunch.
What are you trying? What are you trying to posit?
I'm trying to be, yeah.
Sweating.
What's funny is, I guess I technically haven't listened to David's verse enough on that song to reference it, but on y'all's track, Lunch Break, Sultan Satire, Terryaki, check it out now. There's
by
not a
Bubba
lot
Y.
of rapping about necessarily eating. Terry's got a couple of lines about munch,
Yeah, and
but
cup
and
noodles
drinking
and
punch and
No,
cup
no,
of noodles.
and
But other than that, it's not.
I say chicken and rice.
Yeah.
That's a meal prep.
Right? No, I brought my lunch with me home
His lunch with him.
to work.
And there's a
I
brown
say
paper bag.
looks generic off a splice, chicken and rice, garlic pepper, and some spice.
Yeah.
What's funny is at the dog training gig when I was going like into the field, I'm not doing that anymore, but people would like new hires would think that they would have a lunch break.
Oh.
We never had a lunch break. And people would be like in the middle of training dogs because it goes from 11 to 3 and the expectation is that you're supposed to eat lunch before 11 and then go to work and focus
Just work
on the
5
dogs.
hours. Yeah.
But it's never clarified to any of these new hires, and I swear we got fools that are like, they got a dog in front of them, and they're just like, and then go back to training the dog or whatever.
I guess technically that's okay if it's just like a fucking cheese stick or some shit, right?
No, that makes it worse.
Yeah.
You need it to be like a protein bar
Right, I
or
was
something.
gonna
I want a
say,
cheese
like
steak.
a Nutri-Grain bar or something.
Yo, the
You can't be
cheese-
training dogs when you got some food
Right.
and you dropping logs. Yo, that shit is rude. You can't be training dogs when they got all these distractions and food. Yo, I'm not acting.
I'm not acting. Change the script. I'm letting you know that this dog is about to make me eat a bag of chips because he's eating on the kibble. I might ball like NBA dribble. Yeah.
Leave me alone. I'm eating cheese sticks. Jeez, bitch, let me eat this.
Eat it.
I got a lot of protein in this fucking cheese stick. Yeah, I'm fucking so clean.
Eating cheesesteaks while I train dogs like every day. That's just how it do. I'm in Philadelphia because I love that cheesesteak. I need a cheese chop. Yeah, I'm in New Jersey.
Yeah, in New Jersey, in my New Jersey, eating on some Subway, and yeah, my way like BK.
Drinking rosé.
Rose.
At BK, have it your way.
Do you guys remember when that Burger King mascot
Dude,
came?
he's
he
so
came out
creepy.
of nowhere.
He's
too.
so creepy.
Well, they
looking.
sort of leaned into that.
Yeah, with the little Halloween like commercials a little bit. Well, no,
they made a
weren't even
video
Halloween.
game.
Yeah,
The
yeah, I
the Sneak
remember.
King
Yeah.
video game.
Dude.
Like Burger King made an okay stealth game at one point.
Yeah,
It was like Hitman, but you weren't allowed to kill anyone. You
Shit,
you
it
gave
was
them
like-
a burger at the
it
end
was
of
like
it.
Splinter Cell.
It was like the Untitled Goose Game. You ever play that?
Yeah,
Yeah. Basically, it was a stealth game. Do you know about Sneak King?
Yeah. I know. No. I know stealth games.
Okay, yeah. Well, Burger King. Almost, I think it might have been like a year after they introduced their creepy ass mascot.
Yeah.
that
And
they
some
had.
shit online was going off, being like, "This dude's creepy."
Well, they introduced him as creepy.
Oh,
the whole
off the top, he was creepy.
yeah. He's
Yes.
just creepy. It'd be like a horror flick scene. It's like thunder and lightning and shit, and then like you got somebody in bed. They're like, "What the heck?" And then like the door peeks open, and he's like peeks in.
Isn't he always
Yeah.
smiling?
Yeah, because it's a plastic
It's
mask.
a plastic mask.
So that's why it's creepy.
he
I
just
think.
hands you a burger, and you're just like, what
Shit,
the
dude.
fuck?
That's
Right.
best case. That's best case scenario.
Yeah.
It's some subversive advertising, to say the least. I'm not gonna lie. Looking back on it, it's not bad. At the end of the day,
No, yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is something different.
Wouldn't that be a good name for a porn site? Creep Kings.
It was Sneak Kings.
Right, but Creep Kings would be a good name. For
Yes,
them.
if we're
But
pot-
I mean, creeps already watch porn.
I would argue that you don't want to disparage pornography watchers like that. Like
Creep
they
Kings.
already are ashamed when they're visiting the site. You know what I mean?
So you don't want to call them Creep Kings.
creep
Yeah.
kings.
There's already that reality
Like
king.
BeatStars. every
Creepkings.com. Whenever somebody's coming, that plays.
No, there's
that would ruin it for me.
That's what I'm
personally.
saying. The same way BeatStars.com.
You're
ruins
a
the
creep.
beat.
You're a creep.
Because that's whenever the beat tag comes
Yeah,
on, that
you're
ruins
right,
the
yeah.
beats. It's the same thing.
It would have to be some like sort of AI generated version of the woman's face, like, but it all of a sudden appears on her, so it kind of looks CGI, but all of a sudden she's getting fucked, but then she like turns the camera, she's like Creep Kings.
Oh, Break's character.
And then yeah.
That would make me come immediately, actually.
Creep kings.
Eye contact? That's my favorite.
I'm a big fan of
Eye contact is like.
Do you hold and let her look away, or do you just keep looking?
I naturally am not good at eye contact,
Oh,
but
so
I
you
do appreciate it, and I don't discourage
eye
it.
contact.
Now I'm thinking
is
about it.
freaking
I-
hot.
Oh yeah. But I can only handle it for a couple of seconds. Then I'm like,
it's just like
I locked in with Terry for a second just
I'm
now.
just
We had a moment.
Yeah, we did have a small moment.
Terry looked away first because he's a fucking pussy.
I'm a bottom guy.
Bro, when we were both in the car fucking rapping earlier today, I thought that was the funniest shit ever. We were just both like in the back of the car, like the small ass car. We're both like, yeah.
On the laptop.
That's kind of, it's low key funny because I've never actually done that. I've never made a beat in my car. This is a mythical concept.
Yeah, and I've heard multiple songs about making.
I've made a beat
music.
in my car, just not on my lunch break.
Okay, the lunch break is the thing.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I'm honestly, it's a little cliche, but it's cool that some shit that we talked about on the podcast became a song.
You know what? No, I take that back. I take it back. When I was doing security.
You made a beat on your lunch break?
I did. I brought my laptop because I had to pull a double, and I had to do a like 11 p.m. to like 6 a.m. and then I had to go to another site and do 7 a.m. to like But like literally on my night shift, I had my laptop, went upstairs,
cooking,
and I had my yeah. So I've done that.
Still,
I've done it.
I feel my thing was when you initially hear the song, it seems goofy. But at the same time, I'm like, who gives a shit? Like, I feel like I can't make. It's hard for me to act cool. I wasn't cool in school. I was a tool. Whoa. Yeah, I used to eat and drool at the fucking recess patio, fool.
I would argue that you're not cool.
No.
But you gotta do you, and that's just how it is.
And that's
when
cool.
you do you, people say it's cool, even if you're not cool by what they teach you in school.
In school, I'ma rhyme with cool and swim in the pool and do what I do, and I might just drool like spitting, and I might rule like a king. I'm getting a little.
Honestly, cool is limited. Yeah, but I feel this shit. Mule and you already said rule.
Yeah.
Rule, you dumb bitch.
You rule.
Oh,
damn.
Cruel.
It's from the BK commercial.
Sorry, I just noticed it was
plural.
Why is it peaking when I do this? It shouldn't do that.
Is it loud as shit?
Well, no, it's supposed to be an echo effect, but.
Dude, I wasn't lying in last week's episode when I was talking to the Two Tone Twins about discovering or mentally comprehending the fact that there was...
Shit, you guys. I haven't recorded this whole episode.
You're lying.
Sorry. Go on. I didn't mean it. That was a bad joke. Go. I didn't mean it.
Because I'm seeing it recording. I know he's lying.
Damn it.
Dude, that was so...
No,
yeah.
I knew that he was lying, bro. Terry, here's the thing. He's done that many times. But that joke's not for the listener because the listener never experiences it. That joke is literally for me.
Usually it happens within the first two beats. I notice it.
No, when I was telling the Two Tone Twins that I didn't actually recognize the fact that there was a modern West Coast sound, like that was for real. Like when I hear Nipsey, which is like my main West Coast artist in the last couple of years, I didn't recognize there being a specific West Coast sound. But when I hear them or I hear like YG, I do recognize it now.
Right.
But in my head, I was just like, oh, they make trap music.
Bro, I've been telling you, and I don't think you've ever looked this guy up. There's a rapper, Doggy Styley. Do you know this dude?
He's worked with Snoop Dogg before, right?
He's sick. And I swear to God, he runs this whole West Coast shit.
There's a West
DOGGY STYLEEEE. Lil Slop Loke. Maybe one day we'll get this dude on, but I got a feeling he's a little too hard for this show. You know?
No, that's the thing. There's this other other West Coast artist out of Oceanside named Bishop Snow.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this fool?
Bishop Snow, yeah, I've heard of him.
I think that you know who this guy is, Alex?
There's a dude over here.
Okay.
You know who this guy is?
He looks familiar.
So this dude fucking has like West Coast type shit, but it's like 90s West Coast. Like you hear the fucking gin and juice style synthesizers in the hook and that kind of shit. So when I think West Coast, I still think that for some reason. I don't necessarily go modern, but now that I recognize it, it makes sense, dude. It's got like that slow bounce.
Yeah.
And it totally makes sense. And I fuck with it. You just don't really... I don't know. You don't recognize sounds until you recognize them, and then when you do, you're like, "Oh, I get what that is now."
Look at how good this dude is at crip walking.
That's dude. I want to crip walk so bad, but I know that it's not cool for me to crip walk. So like I can't just learn to crip walk and do it by myself in my house. That dude kills it, dude.
Yeah, dude. It kind of reminds me of when you guys do you remember Tay-K? Yeah. Tay-K was like surprisingly
the producer?
good. No, he's a rapper that murdered a guy and now he's in prison for life.
Yeah.
I was thinking
He was a kid.
He was a 17-year-old who murdered an old elderly man while robbing him, and now he's in jail, which one could argue he deserves to be in jail for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
But he made some good ass music, and he was incredibly good at doing gang signs. He would pull up like 6 gang signs in like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Like he could twist his fingers in a way I've never seen anyone twist their shit before in my life. This dude Tay-K.
Young Thug could do that shit too.
Oh,
I've
really?
seen Young Thug do it.
I've been keeping up with that Young Thug trial. Have you been checking in on that?
I've been like seeing bits and pieces.
What do you think about that, Terry? About them using lyrics to prosecute somebody?
That is the biggest thing in this whole course case. So back in the 90s, Snoop Dogg was on trial for murder.
Right.
And they wanted to use his lyrics as evidence. And they decided they could not do that.
Artistic.
And Snoop Dogg got off. Now, fast forward, we're in 2023, and we're trying to do this with Young Thug and like 18 other people. There's a bunch of people involved in this trial that could be going to prison for the rest of their life.
If you're going to use someone's lyrics, against them in court, there's so many rappers that should be in jail right now.
I feel like a good defense from the attorneys could be, listen, within the same song, he said this other stuff that is clearly not believable. So, like, as long as the evidence is within a song that has another absurd lyric at that point,
talking about,
it don't qualify.
Oh, qualify.
Sorry, Terry.
It's okay.
I'ma say goodbye
Bye-bye.
to this beat in just a few more seconds. But my homie Thug, hope he gets out, yeah.
Gets out, yeah. Talking about stuff horrendous, yeah. Me and my guys, we running your block tremendous, yeah. Big trucks in the corners, we gon'
Big
bend this.
trucks.
Yeah. We got a lot of guns and we gon' shoot everybody in this.
Yo, YSL, it doesn't mean young slugging life. It means young, super loving.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is, brothing. Yeah, that's just how it is, dubbing. On the song I am running.
Running on a beat.
Running.
Smoking on some cheese.
Cheesh.
With the homie cheese.
Cheesh.
Preach. Beach.
I definitely I don't think that lyrics should be used as evidence. I definitely think that there are some rappers out there that could be a little more subtle with their shit.
Well, I think
sure.
I think subtlety makes it better in general. Like if you're subtle, it would be better music probably. Like saying things directly the way they are is mostly not creative.
Like, how many artists, there's songs about people witnessing murder and crimes. So it's like you might as well bring that person in the court and be like, hey, so we heard you say this in the song, like that ties into this murder.
I think
happened.
most people.
Do you know who Fulio is?
Yeah.
Damn, it's not Coolio, it's Fulio.
So Fulio is a Florida rapper, if I'm not mistaken, and a couple years ago, this might have been 2021, possibly. There was a song that was a Avril Lavigne remix of not Avril Lavigne. What am I thinking? It's Natasha Bedingfield, 1,000 Miles. And it was literally just 4 dudes snitching on themselves.
Oh, at the golf course.
Young and Ace was one of them, and then there were 3 other guys that I can't remember their names. And yeah, they were playing golf.
Yeah.
And it was just a song about how they are responsible for the murders of several people.
It's actually, it
blew the fuck up.
When it created a trend of like 7 or 8 other songs.
Right. It turned into this back and forth, and Fulio was it was pretty much the front runner on the diss-y side, who was being dissed. He was like the only one who actually has a like following and people who want to hear his music and whatnot. So he had to like take on all these dudes by himself. He dropped some of the craziest response tracks solo, and he was getting shot at. Like he's taking some bullets for these response tracks and all this to say, obviously the lyrics are real. Obviously
they can't be made up. You can't make this shit up.
They
type
are.
shit.
They are. They're
So
very real.
one could argue that maybe lyrics should be used as evidence.
But I mean, if you're not dropping names, can they?
That was a thing in these cases specifically. They were dropping names. They
Well,
were like, we killed young Poopy at the block at 4th Street, and they would like say that in the song. Yeah.
At 2:57 p.m.
Right after I left football practice.
Yeah. And I have no alibi based on the fact that
my Social Security is 2023.
Right.
I was alone and my phone was off.
My mom called, but I didn't answer.
So there isn't any proof that I
My
spoke
mom
with
Jeanette called and I didn't answer.
my mom Jeanette Johnson, who lives off of 5th and 7th.
The man at the liquor store on 32nd saw me. Man, yeah.
Pull
these
up the footage.
And MF Doom has a song called Rap Snitches. And
That
he
is-
just-
yeah, I
he
mean, that's the
talks
greatest song of
about
all
it
time.
all. He talks about it all.
That's one of the greatest rap songs ever written
Man,
of all time.
for real.
I literally just thought, man, I should get an MF Doom tattoo.
Another one?
And I just have a big ass MF Doom. Well, no, I think I have this love-hate relationship with the concept of getting lyrics tattooed because it's incredibly corny, but it's also like so deep if it really is something that resonates with you. I have these are Alex's lyrics technically. Alex wrote this song and I have it tattooed on my fingers, and I've gotten so much shade from people like that I just randomly meet who are like, what does that mean?
Well,
it means mind your own fucking business, you stupid bitch.
If they only see his left hand first, his left hand just says slow on it. So it might just be an indictment of his mental capacity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's true. And like, that's the thing. You can't really explain the depth of lyrics without the music.
Right.
Like something that sounds deep on some like melodic shit, you then read just a cappella and you're like, that sounds dumb. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, don't ever ask anyone ever about the meaning of the tattoos that they have, unless they're your fucking son or your dad.
Yo, the tattoo's meaning should be obvious. If not, then you know what? I'm honestly not that pissed. I don't really care, but I'm gonna pretend I do just so this beat is chopped and screwed.
Chopped and screwed, eating like food. Food like MF Doom, masked up, not crude. I let you know that I'm that dude. Got my first tattoo at 18 like mom, ooh.
Don't you ever approach a dude and question him about the meaning of his tattoos.
Nope.
Because it's not that it's rude, it's just like a weird social situation now.
Now I got MF Doom on the brain. God damn, that dude was doing his thing, and I'm also kind of sad. Yo, I think I'm deranged. So Rap Snitches, obviously, incredible rap song. There's never going to be another one like
No,
it.
there won't be.
They made the song about rappers telling on themselves in their lyrics right then and there. MF Doom has another song that I fucking love so much just because it's bigger than rap, you know what I mean? It's the slow it up, speed it up one that he does.
Slow it up, speed it
Insane.
up. Yeah.
And the BPM literally slows and speeds.
Yeah.
And his feature I on that track, I wish I could remember his name right now, but I fuck with that dude so hard, but I can't remember his name because I guess I don't fuck with him that hard. But
it's Mr. Fantastic.
no, it's someone else. I swear it starts with a D.
One beer left to be a good tattoo. And then there's like a beer poured over or some shit.
Yeah, dude.
And
Tick tick.
Man, MF Doom, man. I love that guy.
We had like a crazy
R.I.P.
like
Doom.
month in 2020 of just rapping over MF Doom beats. Like if you go back to like episodes, I think it's like in the 70s, it's all MF Doom beats for like 4 or 5 weeks.
There you go.
It was a really good time.
I think it was it Count Bass D? Part of me thinks it was Count Bass D. I think he's the MF Doom feature I've loved the most, that I've consumed the least amount of music of.
Okay.
But that dude's got some fucking bars.
There's only one beer left.
There's only one beer left.
I'm
Rappers
looking up.
screaming all the night is
I'm
like
looking up
we're
for the
deaf.
listeners How far back?
Do a number on the label.
Here's the thing about MF Doom's demise. So he had died in like November, but for some reason the family held on to that information until New Year's Eve.
To mourn privately?
Literally everyone, but why drop it then? They wanted to ruin everyone's New Year's. Have we already talked about this?
Yeah, I think we.
Well, I think we talked about this.
But still,
no, we talked about this over a year ago. I think
it's crazy. Like 2020 was just like the beginning of the year. Kobe dies. I cried my heart out. And then the end of the year, MF Doom dies. I'm like, two of my favorite people ever just, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, the world is ending.
Legitimately, like MF Doom was my favorite rapper. I mean, he still is, but like that is like, that was the GOAT, and then he died. And he wasn't even that old. You know, he's like, what, in his early 50s or some shit?
Yeah,
like, that's crazy. Or maybe late 50s.
He wears a mask just to cover the raw flesh.
Dude, I'm really
all
trying.
Caps when you say the man's name.
Man.
I'm really trying to find the episodes, and they must be way earlier than I'm willing to look back.
Did you listen to the KDM Black Bastards and whatnot?
I didn't listen
Bro.
to that. Yeah.
Look up KDM Black. I'm pretty sure it's on Spotify. KDM Black Bastards. That was MF Doom's first rap project that he did with his brother, who was still alive at the time.
Damn, and you see his face.
Yes,
I've seen the.
This was pre The Mask.
Okay, the Dome Doom series.
Wait, you know what?
It's pre,
and it has like that little cartoon.
Yes, it's got the racist cartoon at the front with the hangman thing.
Yeah, I've heard it. I've heard it.
Yeah, no, that is an incredible project, and you can almost tell when Doom. He was not Doom at the time. I'm pretty sure he was still going by Doomalay or whatever.
Yeah, Doomalay.
No, he had an actual.
He had another name.
His brother was Sub Rock.
Yeah,
I know that. And I can't remember Doom. Doom has so many names. You got King Ghidorah. You got fucking Doom. You got Tony Stark.
He made me like.
Or no, Tony
really
Stark.
That's Ghostface.
That's Ghostface.
He made
the
me
villain.
Fall in love with like having different aliases because it's just like, dude. He has songs where he's like featuring himself, like
and
you know, featuring an alias.
That is something that is inherent in rap history that people don't do that much anymore.
Right.
I think it can be corny. It can be done poorly.
Yes, you're not wrong. It can be done very poorly, but I would argue that The Weeknd kind of did that shit with his most with that Hollywood bullshit he was doing where he had the plastic surgery and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that The Weeknd was sort of hearkening back to like this whole playing a character thing, which I kind of appreciated.
It needs to be a good character. Like you have to have, and it needs to be comprehensible. Like it can't be like obscure to the point where I don't get it. Like it needs to be something where it's like, oh, I get it. Like if people don't get it, then they're not going to relate with the character. The character has to be like a good. It needs to be written well.
Yeah.
The character needs to be like deep and have like layers to it that you understand.
Or you don't even realize it's a character. Like with
just think he's wilding,
like with Slim Shady and whatnot. When I was a dumb kid back in the day, listening to Eminem, and he was doing the Slim Shady shit. He did that shit back then. Not that much anymore, but hey, my friend.
Right. I hate that you brought him up, but the thing is, very often Slim and Eminem and then his friend Marshall all kind of just tether the gray ass lines of each other's lines.
They all fit into the same box, and I was like, let me turn it up on my boom box. Well, that's kind of way back. Let me say my CD player when I was with my Walkman.
With my Walkman, I'm walking in like, God damn, could someone please play some Eminem? I need to hear, guess who's back again? And that would be me, and I'm hanging with my friend.
I used to proudly flaunt the fact that I went on a jaunt listening to that dude Marshall in my headphones. Now I'm embarrassed. I only listen at home because I feel like it's kind of whack to like Eminem at this point.
You know who did the playing a character shit recently to much success? Sorry, folks. Incredibly unprofessional. Oh my God, it's the manager of the Two Tone Twins.
Answer.
Should I pick it up? All right. Hey, what's good, man?
Put him on speaker.
You know, no, it went through. I'm just recording some shit right now, and I didn't want to. No, you're good. You're good. My bad for not responding and whatnot. But yeah. Oh, I hear you. I hear you.
I guess he's taking a serious call.
He's taking a serious phone call.
I thought for sure he was gonna put it on speaker.
Yeah, this sounds like opportunities, guys. Opportunities. But yeah.
Damn, my dude fucking stood up.
Dude, the Two-Tone Twins are really cool chicks,
Well, yeah,
down to earth.
I at the end of the day, I had fun. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I feel like my priority with doing this shit is to have fun. I want to get paid, right?
Yeah.
Like I would like to get paid because I often hate my life because of work, and I'm sure you feel that too. Like there's days where you go in there and you're like, I wish I would have just crashed on the way here. Like type of like, it's not that bad, but there are days where you're not feeling it and it feels that bad.
Yeah.
And then you get over it and it's fine. But like, this is the and today was like such a creative day, dude.
Yeah, very.
Like we were literally in the street filming some shit.
Yeah.
On some like, I don't know. Like I feel like not everybody does that, and we're not special, but at the same time, we had a good time, and I could have spent my day watching the fucking Chargers like a nerd. If you like sports, that's fine, but I feel like I'm way happier with how I spent my day. What happened, dude?
Yeah, tell us.
Nothing, man. I
Okay.
didn't want. If it's a business phone call, I'm not trying to.
Okay. I thought it was
take it on the pod. What did
sorry.
No.
you think he was
you're
just
right.
calling to be like, "Yo, that shit was lit."
Yeah, I really thought.
Are we still recording?
That's what I thought. Yeah.
thought so too.
Honestly, I was just excited to get an inside scoop on what was going on,
Yeah.
but maybe we'll talk about it at a different time.
But,
Yeah. No. Well, he was just recommending another guy. And honestly, I don't remember anything that he told me. But
I heard him say something about Skilla Baby.
Skilla baby.
this is someone named Bleep. I'm not gonna say. You guys have to tune in and wait.
New Year's episode, guys. Drake will be here.
This is kind of the New Year's episode, actually.
Oh, okay.
No. Sneak peek. If he doesn't cancel, Seabass from Hardwork Fitness on 4th Street is going to be here for the Christmas Eve.
I will say this
episode.
dude he recommended has 20.4K followers. So
There
maybe,
we go.
maybe we should get this guy on.
He has 20 times as much as we do.
And a lot of photos with, and you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna
Stop spilling the beans, bro.
There's a celebrity coming, guys.
Let's just say
we're
Martha Stewart's gonna be on the show.
I was gonna say Diddy.
Right. We're gonna cut.
Oh, yeah, that would have been funnier. You're
Diddy's
right.
gonna grope us live on the show.
We're gonna get Diddy to
Diddy.
sexually assault
We're
us
gonna-
live.
We're gonna get diddled by Diddy.
We're gonna get diddied.
Getting diddied is, I mean, Jesus Christ.
I don't want to get diddied.
Like,
I'm sorry.
right? You know, I think you're past the age where you would get Diddy.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
there's an age limit, guys.
No,
yeah.
I'm almost positive Diddy was involved in some Garden Grove shit.
Oh,
Or
some underage shit.
Bohemian Grove shit. I
Some
should
Garden Grove.
Garden Grove.
I'm like, that's a nice area, bro.
say. Yeah.
I was like, I visited there. It's pretty nice.
Ah, fuck, dude.
But yeah.
Diddy probably fucked Justin Bieber, bro.
That's what I've heard. I've heard that said before.
And Usher.
Some type of get. Well, no, I heard Usher fuck Justin.
He probably did.
I don't,
Diddy
that's
fucked it.
too obvious.
He learned it from Diddy.
Oh, it's too obvious.
Yeah, I don't think.
Once you get
Usher.
Diddy, you have to pass the Diddy.
You have to pass it.
I'm gonna hit the Diddy.
The Diddy.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I
man,
gotta
don't-
pee real quick.
He's gonna pee again.
So he's leaving us, guys, once again. Right.
Honestly,
Man.
a nice phone call like that. Oh,
Oh,
you-
okay. I thought there was a beat. but,
no. Well,
yeah.
it was supposed to, and it probably will come in because some technical shit that I'm not gonna explain to you right
It's
now.
okay. Look, we'll do it a cappella. Talking about a phone calls from another lady, not a fella. Yella. And I like the color black that I'm wearing, all that. And I'm going to pass it to my homie with
Yeah.
the yella.
All black on the phone. Actually, I'm wearing yellow. I'm in my home. Yeah, usually I'm prone to smoke deuces out with a fucking megaphone speaking.
Speaking. Doing it on the weekend. Turn it up until my voice is peaking. Now I'm speaking. And let you know that I like her Asian Puerto Rican. Long hair to the floor. I won't sleep or snore. Yeah, I'm going to the store, whore.
With a whore at the store. Yeah, she like listening to Macklemore. Yeah, smoking on her pores. Yeah, got her on all fours. Yeah, hitting it raw.
Hitting it
raw.
raw. Yeah. Shout out to homegirl Bree Raw.
Shout out, dude. I want to have her on again.
Yo, yeah. Shout out Bree. She freaking. I gotta check on her.
You guys were cooking like 2 weeks ago on some shit with Redbag, right?
Yeah, Bag was there and then he left, but then she pulled up to the studio and then we got some stuff down. But she was out skating recently and fell and hurt her back.
Shit. That fucking sucks, dude.
So I hope she's doing
my
good.
My sister broke her wrist like severely off skating thing, like roller skating. And this is years ago. Like the bone out the fucking skin type shit. Yeah. No, like one of them, or maybe it wasn't out the skin, but her wrist was like crooked, like in all sorts of ways. And it was absolutely devastating. And whenever I think about it, I'm just like, that's some white people shit, bro. White people be roller skating, and then we think that we can do what they do, and like we fall and we break our shit. It's the same thing that happened to me in college. Alex was like, let's go longboarding. And I boarded down this hill and
let's be real, though. You didn't eat shit because you're Arab.
I mean, I'm just saying it's some white people shit, bro. We're not meant to be on these wheels like these people. You know what I'm saying? They're able to do these technical things. We're more of like, we have our feet on the sand.
Don't let your race hold you back.
Okay, Terry's actually sending a much more empowering message. I was trying to do a bit. I was doing like an angle.
I don't know, man. Sometimes your bits are a little too, true to what I would actually assume that you really believe.
Okay, well, you just don't think highly of me. Is the problem?
No. I think very highly of you, bro.
Actually, and you know what it is? There's also a limited belief thing that I have with Arab rappers. There's not a lot of
Arab rappers, I agree.
So, like, I've had that issue where I'm like,
we got French Montana.
French Montana.
I thought he was French.
Right, and he sucks.
I thought he was from Montana.
Well, no, here's the thing. There's also
there it is.
I have this problem with rappers who are too famous. Like French Montana is so famous that he doesn't have to like actually make real music that matters. He just like makes something that can be on the radio technically.
French Montana sounds like an amazing sandwich.
It does.
It's like
French Montana.
Let me get the French Montana with a pickle.
It's some kind of it's an American sandwich, but it's paired with au jus.
Something like that.
It's got to be au jus. Something that can go with the.
Well, I don't want no Jews on my sandwich.
All right, well they're French, okay.
Man, the racial sandwich.
Yeah, it's okay.
Let me get the racial sandwich.
We're trying to stay away from racial stuff right now.
David's on that pun.
Let me get the
life.
race club.
Have I done too many puns? I didn't remember doing another pun recently.
I think you've done the au jus joke specifically,
and so have
multiple times.
And so have many dads in America.
Yes, if I think that we need to like go into our mental Rolodex and be like, could this be perceived as a hack, as a boomer joke? Maybe, even if it's an original.
I feel like I'm a boomer at heart.
So am I, but it's because we were raised by boomers.
Oh, so we got boomer tendencies.
Yes,
we have a tendency to boom.
I gotta piss.
Go ahead and pee.
Go ahead, pee, man.
How old are your parents, Terry?
My mom is she just turned 57 yesterday, and my dad is 64.
Okay, yeah. I think my mom just recently turned 60, and my stepdad somewhere in the 60s in there. And yeah, I definitely to our point before about the whole boomer thing. I recognize it, but I also occasionally find myself engaging with it. But I also think we're in our 30s now, man.
Yeah. So
we're basically boomers, sort of. There's some young shit that I get upset about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
And there's a part of me that's like, it's because it's fucking stupid.
It is.
It's because this shit is fucking stupid. But I remember when I was that age and my parents were saying the exact same thing, I'm like, no, you just don't get it.
Right.
So do I just not get it?
I think that's what it is a lot, because there's a lot of things where, like, because I have younger siblings and, like, cousins and stuff, and I'm just like, I watch the stuff that they do, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
I have another theory, though. I think that our parents don't have the perspective that we have. Perspective is a fucking product of the 20th century, my guy, or the 21st. That's just how it is, yo. Shit could be worse.
It could be worse. Got the Glock in the purse, and I got the wizard weave as a curse. Yeah, I already know that I ain't gotta rehearse. Yeah, gotta run it back. Yeah, reverse.
Yeah, you know my old man, he lacks perspective, and he's not erected. He needs to take the Sildenafil or the Tadalafil. Yeah, you know me, Phil.
I need Tadalafil till I get my fill. I'm eating Tadalafil till I'm full and I'm ill. That's right, yo. My blood is pumping like crazy. That's how it is. My boner is insane, dude.
It's really insane. I'm going hard like my erection, and I'm in the VIP section.
Woo.
And I'm letting this other girl touch my boner.
Woo.
And I want a boner.
I got the most rock hard cock on the block. Yeah, smoking on a rock, on a crack, smoking on crack, in the back with a black.
Whoa.
Burping.
This is with a black girl.
You're talking, you could have said black and mild, and then that would have been.
I'm hanging out with a black and mild.
You can't say black, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, but like people say a Mexican, it's the same thing.
You know what? You're right.
It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I stand corrected.
When you say black or white, it sounds weird, but like if you said I'm hanging out with an Asian,
it's the same thing with a Jew too. It's like what? We're being anti-Semitic right now, but no, that's just what they.
Yeah, saying a Jew sounds more. It sounds worse.
Well,
than
no,
saying
because
a Jewish
literally,
person.
yeah, the Jew is the slur.
You know what it is? It's because Jews are historically very racist against, and so are blacks. So it's one of those things where I think it's it's like when you accidentally step off the stair too soon or whatever. It's that kind of thing. You think you're being racist for a split second. You're like, I mean a Jewish American.
Bro, anytime somebody says African American, I'm like, oh, that person's a Nazi. Like, oh yeah, we have several African American employees at our company. I'm like, you're Hitler.
You're too concerned about the
correct title.
Yeah.
That's not. Nobody's saying African. People who know black people don't say African American.
Plenty of black employees.
Yeah, just fucking say black. I feel like black is cool again.
I have plenty of black people that work here.
Yeah,
man, I saw.
There's one guy who speaks all correct and shit.
Right.
He's barely black.
He's mixed.
That's a good name for an album. Barely black.
Barely black.
It's fucking the new album by Cat Williams.
I don't think he would ever name an album Barely Black. He's very he's
actually mostly black.
He has a stand-up special that's almost unwatchable because of all the like social justice he has packed. Like he's got all this like Rodney King shit packed around him telling jokes about being a pimp, and I'm like, what? The tonal shifts here are very palpable.
Because of a recent podcast episode going viral, the clip of Cat Williams roasting a lady on the radio has recently resurfaced again, and you've seen it, right? It's just like,
I think Cat Williams is probably, if not the funniest comedian of all time. He's in the top 5.
It's not.
Sure.
He's not the funniest comedian. As a person, he is just hilarious. He can't help but be hilarious. And there's actually this thing that happens.
He's got Charleston White vibes.
There's this thing that
Charleston White.
Yeah.
There's this thing that happens to me when
you don't like him.
I don't like him. He's just like, he's annoying. He's contradicting. And
he's ignorant as hell. But
yeah, and I think that's what it is. Like he can. I wouldn't hate him so much if he wasn't such an asshole and very just like, just throwing himself out there to be like, yeah, I'll call the cops on you or this and that or pepper spray you in the fucking face. Like
I think he's very funny, but I noticed this thing that disturbs me where like popular right wing and conservative pundits sort of use Charleston White as their like, hey, we got a good one over here kind of thing. And I think that is so, like, it happens so often because I just like watching Charleston White videos because of how like he's like a Cat Williams, but says more offensive shit, technically
outlandish shit,
incredibly outlandish.
Like, dude,
bro, he will just straight up say that the
And where's the cancel culture for that?
Well, I don't think you can cancel black people,
bro,
unless they hurt someone.
Well, it's not even
black people.
You can if they rape someone, for sure.
We try to not say that on YouTube.
They can if they R-word someone in Minecraft. But I've noticed this too. Like there's definitely because of this culture war, there's some allowances for not just black people but minorities in general.
Yeah.
Any person that's perceived to be sort of cast aside in America can maybe say some cancelable shit, and we're gonna be like, yeah, it's fine, you know.
It's like it was a different time,
right. And you know what? I noticed that with like Cardi B is a great example.
Yeah,
she's on record admitting to like drugging Johns and robbing them.
Yeah,
which is absolutely heinous and insane.
Like if a dude confessed to drugging women, it would be like unacceptable.
That's the end of their career.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And she was just in an episode of Baby Sharks or whatever that fucking show is with the sharks for children.
There's some questionable rap lyrics. Yo, there's some questionable rap lyrics about guys putting stuff in other drinks of the women at the club, and they think that we didn't catch that line. So
here's the thing. To me, it's not hot if she never got the option to suck my cock. Like if she wasn't involved in the decision, then I'm not gonna nut with precision.
So you're saying that you value consent.
It's like a turn on.
Thanks, my friend. I'm glad that we established that shit.
Yeah.
Yo, but shout out to Rick Ross. You thought that you could drop that line in that song, but nah, you got got.
Nah, you got caught.
Damn,
yeah,
Rick.
Let you know that one part in that song, I got that shit, boy. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go and snitch, boy, or maybe Charleston White will do it for me.
Yo, and sometimes, you know, she's had a few, but, you know, she don't give you no attitude.
Yeah.
All right.
I ain't mad at you.
She will fight back.
Fair enough. Well, here's the thing about Rick Ross is he did his time. He was canceled and he was out of the mainstream.
What was the lyric?
What was it, like 2014? UAENO. The song was called UAENO, and the line was like, I popped a pill in her drink. She ain't even know.
No, yeah.
Damn.
And it was literally about him sneaking.
And then the next line was like, you know,
took her
to my crib,
yes, it was.
and she didn't even know it. Like, and I'm like, dude, what? Like, that's
damn. How did I not know?
That's so fucked up.
And Wingstop still work with that dude?
yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Drake put him on like a good 4 years after the controversy. Drake was like, "All right, you've done your time. Let's get Rick
So
Ross
Drake was
back
like,
in."
it's all good. We all put a pill in there sometimes."
He did the same thing. He did the same thing with Meek Mill. You know, it was like, "All right, Meek Mill, you dissed me, but you know what? I'm allow you to be in the rap game
because it actually helps my career for us to link up again."
Right.
Yeah.
We can make some money off this shit.
Should I read the beats again, or should you just go listen to the last episode to know who
Just
the
go
beats are?
listen to the last episode, guys. It was a great episode.
No, it's the main. You should read the beats.
Okay, I'm gonna read all
Okay,
the
we're
beats.
gonna read the beats. Sorry, don't listen to me.
But it is the Christmas episode, so you know,
maybe
we're
maybe
playing it fast and loose.
Maybe for the last portion of the podcast, we spent some time talking about.
Sorry, this isn't the Christmas episode.
This is the Christmas episode.
No.
It's
This is it's December 27th right now. The Two Tone Twins episode is the Christmas episode.
So what day is it?
This is the New Year's episode. Well, the pre-year's.
No.
We got no Christmas episode.
There's
This
no
is not the
Christmas.
Christmas episode. The Two Twins is.
We're
Two
done
Tone
being
Twins.
festive, bitches.
Nutcase by Rias, Panther by Louie, Elevate by Piper Beats, God Willing by CDs, My Shadow by B Young Beats, Farmer by Angel La Ciencia, Silent by Just Dan Beats, Kush Naps by Lex Factor, Certified by AWXY, Dummy by Young Pear. How many do you have left?
Young Pear.
Young Pear.
Pair.
I just think of balls.
Right,
On a
I was
little
thinking
boy.
these
Like,
nuts.
is that false?
These nuts.
You know what's funny is that in Spanish, pear, if you just flip the A and the R, it's pera.
Young
Oh,
pera.
like a dog.
Young pera.
Young pera.
No,
Like a little
pera
puppy.
has two R's. Perra.
Pera.
I wish I was playing with a puppy right now.
I wish I was playing with a perra. The Morning by Lucas Quinn. Soprano by Malovich. I mean, I don't know if we're done or not, but that's all the beats.
Okay. So
yeah.
Soprano by Malovich is going to be our last beat coming up, folks.
Right.
Do you celebrate Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Or Kwanzaa.
Or Kwanzaa? Or Hanukkah? I can't forget about the black Hebrew Israelites.
You ain't black.
The African American Hebrew Israelites.
I celebrate Christmas, but we
Day.
Yeah, well, it depends. Honestly.
Okay, so what is it?
It varies every year.
You hanging out with your bro, with your step bro?
No, this year we're gonna just get together, have dinner and shit. Because Christmas is on a Monday, right?
It's a weird day.
Christmas Eve is on a Sunday, but you should have Christmas off. So
I have Christmas Day off.
Everybody has Monday off too.
But then I gotta go back to work the following day. So it's like,
I got scheduled to work Christmas Eve.
You guys remember the day that you realized Christmas was just another day for you?
It was probably like when I turned like 17, 18.
I think it was the first Christmas that I spent alone.
In college?
Yeah, well, no. All throughout college, I pretty much had a place to go for Christmas. But like a year or two after college, it was December 25th, and I'm just like in my room playing video games. I'm like, damn, this is kind of strange, honestly. Because I guess that this is just a thing.
Well, it's just the awareness that everybody else is with family. It doesn't really matter, but the awareness that everybody else is with family, and if you hit up your homie and you were like, you want to come over and watch a movie, he'd be like, what the fuck, dog? That sounds so lonely. I'm with my aunts and my uncles and my other aunties.
I'm trying to get a thing together, trying to get a hang together out here on Christmas Day, but you know it's stormy weather, and you know it's frightful, but inside it's so delightful.
Hey.
So you gotta go, my bro.
I like the eggnog, but now that I'm older, I like to add the Jameson. And then I like to go and play a couple games and then make me a nice plate of that din-din that my granny cooked this morning.
Me and several friends, Apple Jameson, hanging in the streets, and you know that we don't pretend like the shit is special. Yeah, I'm going hard on the fucking hog, bacon on my log.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Christmas is another day in the life for me.
Well, you know what? We shouldn't have talked about it because this is not the Christmas episode.
Well, no, it's, let's pretend like we've gone.
Oh,
through,
we just did Christmas.
Yeah. So we've just like, how do you imagine your Christmas date to have gone?
So
you know
I probably called into work on the 24th because my boss is a bitch, and so I said, "Hey,
you heard it here first, folks.
Fuck you, dog. I'm not coming to work that day," because I approached him and I was like, "Yo, can I be out at 5 that day because I got to drive to OC, and you know I work Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Let me get the Christmas Eve, right?" And he was like, "Oh, but you're scheduled until 7, and you know if it's busy, we're gonna need you." And that moment, I realized, oh, this dude's a bitch. This dude's not willing to like work with me.
One could argue he's standing his ground, like the opposite of a bitch. But
right.
But to your point, yes, it's a bitch move.
Well, because we all know what it's like to have a job and a boss and a schedule.
It's a bitch move to take advantage of your power.
No, exactly. When also long term, it's gonna negatively affect him because the people who are below him are gonna either leave or complain and not be happy. And the goal in leadership is to make the people below you perform while being happy to do it.
I'd low-key think that rule number 1 for being a good boss is to respect the time off requests, because that is the number one way to curry favor with your fucking. Right. I had to use curry instead of gain.
Yeah.
Because I'm surrounded by brown men,
and we love curry.
I had to make that work somehow. But yeah, so to curry favor with your employees is do small things, and small things like that,
and also to induce confidence in the employment and knowing that, hey, this job for you is sustainable long term, because you can confidently say that at any time when you do need time to go and live your life, we're going to make it happen.
Right.
It's give and take. We're going to make this work. And the fact that I've only worked there a month and this fool has already twice been like, nah. I'm like, fuck you. I don't need this, bro. I'll go work at Starbucks.
Here's the thing. I think that you should continue to work there, but operate on your own terms until they fire you.
That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Because at the end of the day, you are more than proficient at selling shit, and you have a good track record. Like, it's one of those things. You could get a job at any digital sales, no matter what.
Without a problem. No, it's not a problem. It's just at the end of the day, I thought this was going to be convenient. It still could be. There's a potential that they're going to move me to a different spot right next to the crib, so I don't even have to drive. Potentially that'll work out and everything will be good.
But like, they need you more than you need them.
Technically,
is what I'm saying.
Technically, yeah.
Technically, in the sense that you've never really lived paycheck to paycheck before, but I think that if worse comes to worse, maybe you need to, experience that shit, because I think that it helps with establishing the importance of making your art your income.
I'm gonna fucking drain the retirement account and just sprint. If that's what it comes to, I'll just drain. I built a retirement account with my last job. Fucking drain that shit. Pay the fucking. It's like a 30% fee. You pay the fee, but then you get a lump sum, and then just fucking go for.
Right.
It would last like 18 months probably.
I don't know about draining the retirement account.
It's too crazy. What do you don't you think it's bad?
Here's the thing. That's just the only reason I say that is because I don't have that. I don't have a retirement account.
Right, but like that's why, and you're like when you don't. Right, but if you don't have it, right, Terry. But think about it, bro. If I'm really all in, dog. What if I eliminate that plan B shit?
Here's the thing. You're taking steps to sort of get to how I've been living my entire life.
No, I don't want that.
Where it's but there's something about it that I think that you will value if you get to a point where you fully are relying on yourself for your own shit. It's I almost feel like I'm Nathan Drake in Uncharted. Like there's just this that like life is this adventure that I am technically in charge of. I mean, I do have an employer, but I'm scheduled based on what I can do for him. You know what I mean? So he might as well be a client.
It's like a partnership.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where when you get to that area, you might feel intimidated by the fact that you're not making as much as you used to make. You don't have the stability that you used to have. But when you hit that, oh, I made rent this month. Oh, I can also buy myself this cool thing and pay for rent this month, and also maybe save this for this thing I have planned in the future. It hits so hard. You're like, and it was all because of me.
Because I made it work.
Because of my talents and whatnot. There's something about that I see it in you. You know what I mean?
I think you're
getting there.
I think I'm on route.
You already have the mindset about it, which
100%,
sucks.
yeah.
It's a bummer because when you're working a day job that you've already when the veil has been lifted of the bullshit.
Not only that, I gave up a oddly high paying job, and there's been multiple moments where I'm like, oh shit, did I fuck up? Did I make the wrong decision? Should I and obviously no, because that was like depressing as fuck, and the shit was like super difficult. But there's these other normal people who live pretty like decent lives who are able to just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, why couldn't I just deal with it and keep moving forward? But you can't, because the pressure of like having to like put all your energy into that other shit is debilitating. You know what I'm saying? It fucking sucks.
It does.
And then like some fucking dude comes and talks to you about some shit that you literally don't care about at all, and he's like, oh, this is important because I pay you $20 an hour.
Dog, it's because you have a song in your heart.
I have a song in my heart. I'm singing it with Terry, featuring Terry. Lunch Break. It's out right now. Go stream the song. I'm going to fucking make 10 grand a month off of streaming revenue. Watch. It's thanks to you guys.
It's going to happen.
Like and subscribe on YouTube. Leave a comment. Share. Go to patreon.com/Dome with bamfomania.
I heard most of the money is through tours and merch, though, bro.
Well, I think there's good money in streaming revenue if you build a large fan base, which is why we're making content. We're making content. It's not bad. It might be corny. You know, the skit. I think the skit was okay.
Imagine doing
the skit was fine as an intro to a rap song.
Imagine taking.
I would never watch the skit indivially on my own and be like, I mean, you guys fuck with this? What's the fucking name?
But the song is the punchline.
But yeah, just imagine doing the podcast in Vegas in the Sphere. Dome in the dome.
That'd be crazy, dude.
Dome in the dome.
Here's the thing.
Live in Vegas.
To the credit, I'd rather do it in that dome in Jerusalem. What's that thing called?
I think it's just called the Dome.
Yeah. We got to take this part.
Or some type of it's a temple.
They won't let. Here's the thing. By the time we get that famous, they won't be letting David in.
They wouldn't. They already checked on me last time I was there. When I was trying to leave and go into Tel Aviv, they like looked at my passport. And they're like, "What the fuck is up with this?" And I was like 15, and they were like, "Why do you have a German visa?" I had a German visa. I was like, "Y'all know about Germany, right?"
Oh, that's the whole reason you're here,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Jesus.
All right.
Nocta, folks. Look it up.
Auf Wiedersehen. That's goodbye in German.
Well,
Yeah, dude. We know.
Oh,
Come on.
did you knew that? Okay. You didn't.
Yeah.
didn't? Okay.
Maybe that's it.
That's
Should
what
we end it?
Let's do that. Yeah, I'm
right.
cool with that.